wasn't supposed to open the door. But when you hear a voice that sounds exactly like your dead brother begging to be let in, what would you do?
Please, it's so cold out here. Just let me in.
The voice was perfect. The same crack in his tone, the same way he used to drag out the word cold. But my brother died 6 months ago. I watched them lower his casket into the ground.
Come on, man. It's me. You know it's me.
My hand hovered over the lock. The knocking grew louder.
Don't do it.
My wife's voice came from behind me, but she wasn't home. She was at her sister's place. I turned around.
I said, don't do it.
She stood in the hallway, her face pale, her eyes black. Not dark, not shadowed, black. Like 2 holes punched into her skull.
He's lying to you. Let me in.
If you open that door, you die tonight.
The knocking turned to pounding. The wood of the door splintered. Something was breaking through.
Too late.
The lock snapped. The door creaked open. And standing there, dripping wet, was my brother, smiling.
This me?
Behind him, the street was empty. No rain, no storm, just darkness. And something moving in it. Something big.
And later, funds you.
But my legs wouldn't move. My brother stepped inside. The door slammed shut behind him.
Now we can finally talk.
His smile widened. Too wide. His teeth weren't human anymore.
You should have listened.
The lights flickered. The thing in the darkness outside. It was inside now. I could feel it, breathing down my neck.
Don't worry, it'll be over soon.
The last thing I saw was my brother's face. Melting.
He was never your brother.
And then the screaming started. But he wasn't mine.
They hear it too.
My brother, or whatever was wearing his skin, tilted his head. His jaw unhinged, stretching wider than any mouth should.
Close your eyes.
I didn't. I couldn't. Inside that gaping maw, something moved. Fingers. Human fingers. Pressing against the back of his teeth, scratching to get out.
You should have let me in sooner. Now they're hungry.
The fingers pushed harder. A hand, then an arm. Slick with something dark. The streetlights outside flickered again, and in the flashes I saw them. Shapes in the windows. Watching. Waiting.
They're here for you.
The arm inside my brother's mouth twisted, bones snapping as it forced itself free. A face followed, pale, hollow-eyed, grinning.
We've been waiting a long time.
A second voice. Not my brother's. Not human. The thing inside him was speaking now, its words wet and gurgling.
Don't fight it. It's easier if you don't fight.
The street screams grew louder. Closer. Something slammed against the front door. Then the back door. Then the walls.
Too late to run.
The windows shattered. Glass rained down. But nothing came through. Not yet. The darkness outside pulsed, breathing.
Let us in.
The thing inside my brother lunged forward, but not at me. At my wife. Her black eyes widened.
Oh.
His jaws closed around her head. A crunch. A wet tear. And then silence.
One less liar in the house.
Her body hit the floor. The thing in his mouth laughed. And outside, the screaming stopped.
Now it's just us.
The front door burst open. Shadows poured in. And the last thing I heard was my brother's voice, whispering in my ear like when we were kids.
Yeah, you're it. Don't worry, you'll get used to the dark.
And then, I wasn't alone anymore. The whispers started. Hundreds of them, thousands. All the ones who came before.
We tried to warn you.
Now you're one of us.
My skin prickled, my bones shifted. Something inside me uncurled.
That's it. Let it out.
The hunger hit, the need. The door stood open, and outside, so many lights still on. So many voices calling into the night.
Who will you bring us next?
I smiled. My teeth didn't feel like mine anymore.
Let's go hunting.
The night was young, and I was so hungry. You shouldn't open the door, but when you hear a voice you haven't heard in 10 years, your own voice, begging to be let in, what would you do?
Please, you have to let me in. They're coming.
That was the first night, the first time I heard me standing outside my house.
I know you're in there. I can hear you breathing.
My hand shook. My own voice, but wrong, like it was being dragged through broken glass.
You don't remember the basement, do you? The thing under the stairs?
I never had a basement.
You will.
Then the knocking started. Not on the door, on the windows. All of them at once.
That it.
A woman's voice now, soft, familiar.
You know what happens if you don't.
The knocking grew louder, the glass rattled.
You have 3 seconds. 3, 2.
I did the only thing I could think of. I opened the door.
Wrong choice.
The thing standing there wasn't me. It wore my face, stretched too tight. Its smile split ear to ear.
Now we can play.
Behind it, the hallway wasn't mine anymore. The walls pulsed. The floor breathed.
Run.
So, I did. Straight into the dark. Straight into the basement that didn't exist.
Too late.
The door slammed shut above me. Something moved in the shadows. Something with too many teeth.
Welcome home.
And then, the whispering started.
You shouldn't have run.
The basement stretched further than it should have. The walls were slick, like they were sweating.
They always run.
My breath came out in white puffs, even though the air was thick and hot.
Look down.
I didn't want to, but I did. The floor wasn't wood or concrete. It was skin.
Ours are yours.
The thing that looked like me tilted its head. Its neck cracked like dry branches.
Does it hurt yet?
Was my legs burned? I looked down again. The skin floor was peeling up, wrapping around my ankles.
Too late to scream.
The whispers got louder. The walls pulsed faster.
It's almost time.
Then the lights went out. All of them. Even the dim glow from the stairs.
Don't blink.
Something brushed my shoulder. Fingers. Too long, too cold.
Found you.
The whispers stopped. The air went still.
Now you hear it, don't you?
I did. A new sound. A heartbeat. But it wasn't mine.
Earth.
The floor twitched under me. The skin split open.
Welcome to the family.
And then the screaming started.
That's your voice now.
The thing wearing my face leaned in. Its breath smelled like old meat and wet soil.
Do you feel it? The chain?
My skin prickled. My bones ached. Something moved under my fingernails.
It always starts there.
The darkness pulsed. The walls pressed closer. The heartbeat grew louder. Thump, thump, thump. But it wasn't coming from the floor anymore.
It's yours now.
My chest burned. I looked down. My ribs were splitting open.
Don't fight it.
The skin peeled back. Inside tit of light. Black veins. Squirming.
Almost done.
The whispers returned, but this time, they were inside my head. My tongue felt heavy, my teeth sharp. The words came out wrong.
Okay.
This time it wasn't my voice, it was theirs.
Good. Now.
The basement door creaked open, light spilled down.
I'm to meet the others.
At the top of the stairs, silhouettes waited. Dozens of them, all with the same stretched smile.
They've been waiting for you?
My legs moved on their own. Up the stairs. Toward the light.
Welcome to forever.
And then the door slammed shut behind me.
You're home.
The last thing I felt was their hands. Cold. Familiar.
We've always been here.
And then I understood. The whispers, the heartbeat, the basement that wasn't there.
You were never alone.
The realization came too late. The thing wearing my face smiled.
Now you're ready.
Ready to wait. Ready to whisper. Ready to knock on someone else's door.
3, 2, 1.
And somewhere far away a new voice answered.
Hello? Who's there?
The cycle begins again.